Okay guys, this lesson is going to be on printing and various print options that we have available in Microsoft Word. So let's have a look here. I have a document and it is time to print this document or export it in some sort of way, like a PDF, for example. Let's have a look and see what options are available. Now I can go File, Print, or Control P keyboard shortcut for print. Okay, Control P or File, Print, depends where you are at the moment. So I'm just going to go File, Print. There it is there, so you can see it. But I can also go Control P and that will print it for me as well. So we get quite a few options that pop up here, and let's have a look. We have the big fat print button over here. Sorry, I didn't mean to call you fat. Sorry about that. The big well-sized print button over there. The copies are going to show me how many copies of this document I would like to print. So if I'm printing, like, you know, for all the students in the class, which I hardly ever do. Okay, I'm not a printing kind of person. So then we have the printer down here. Now if I click on this drop down arrow, I can actually see, like, oh, I don't just have a Microsoft Print PDF printer, I also have a bunch of other printers as well. Now I've got an inkjet here, heaven forbid it works, but you can see I've got a fax option. Okay, I can actually fax this document to someone. All right, that's what the printer will let me do if it's connected to a phone line. Obviously I've got the Canon MX490 series printer. That's the actual inkjet printer there. It's ready. It is ready. I have a fax. If I want to fax this to someone, again, if I'm connected directly via a modem to the phone line, I can fax this document. I don't know how many people use this option. I don't know. Maybe there are. Print to PDF. I can print it as an XPS document. That's Microsoft's PDF format. I can send it straight to OneNote, okay, either the desktop version or the OneNote for Windows 10. I can add a printer, or I can print this as a print file or a print document. Okay, a very different format that I can then use to print on another printer somewhere else on the network or wherever I go. So I don't think I've ever used this one. So that's where I would select the printer. Okay, so let's see what other options we have. So if I look underneath, I'm just scrolling down a bit here. I've got the printer properties there. I mean, if you need to access the properties of the printer to change a few things, like make it color, black and white, or whatever, I would then go ahead, click on that, and I can then go and choose various options on my printer. Now we get on to the settings. Okay, before I do this printing, here are some of the options available for what I can do when it's time to print. Let's have a look. So I can print all pages, the whole thing. Okay, I can't believe they said that, but it says it there, the whole thing. Print the whole thing. Okay, or I can click down here and I can say print a selection, just what you selected. Obviously that is grayed out because I haven't selected anything. Alright, if I did select something, let's go back. I'm going to select just my first paragraph. Okay, Control P. Check this out. Oh, print selection, just what you selected is now available. That's pretty cool. There you go. Okay, or I can print just the current page, the page that I'm on now, like page 1 or 2 or 3, whichever page I'm on. Print just the current page. What else do we have? A custom print, so specific pages, sections, or ranges. Okay, I've never really used that other than specific pages. I've never tried printing sections before, so that could be something quite cool to try out. I can print, check out all this. I've never done this either, but I can print the document information, the tracked changes, all the markup that I've done, the styles, auto text entries, key assign. Oh my word, that's crazy. That is so cool. Okay, so that's a whole bunch of things I can print. I just saw something at the bottom here. Oh, here we go. Only prints odd pages, only prints even pages. I don't know why you'd want to do that, but it's there. Okay, so those are some of the settings we have in terms of what we're going to print. If I go here, okay, like pages, and I just want to print the first 3 pages, I'll just go 1 and a dash and a 3, 1 to 3. So that'll be the first 3 pages. Let's say I just want to print pages 4 and 5, for example. Take that away there, go 4 and a dash and a 5. 4 and 5. So that's how I can print specific pages. I can also print just like page 1, and I think it's a comma, page 4 and 5. I can do that. Pretty cool. So that's easy peasy. Then let's look at the pages settings here. So print one-sided, so print only on one side of the piece of paper, or I can print on both sides where it flips it over. Okay, so my printer won't automatically flip it over. Some printers do, and that's pretty cool. So that's the options I have with printing pages. Collated. Let me explain what that means. So I can print page 1, page 2, page 3, page 4 of however many copies I want. So if I need 2 copies, it'll go page 1, page 2, page 3, page 4, page 1, page 2, page 3, page 4. If I say uncollated, all right, it'll do page 1, then page 2, page 2, and then page 3, page 3, page 4, page 4, like that. And then I have to then put them together. So you can pick collated, which I think is the better one actually, or uncollated, which means more work for you. Sorry about that. Right, let's see what else we have. The orientation, portrait or landscape, and size. If we have to change the size here, we can do that. Good luck if you change it. I don't know what it's going to do to you. Normal margins are there, and this is quite nice actually. If I want to print this as a quick reference or a resource and I want to save paper, I can actually print 2 pages per sheet. So I can do this and it will print page 1 and page 2 on one page in landscape format. Okay, where's that? I think I must change it to landscape. I'll check. But that'll print 2 pages on one, if that makes sense. Okay, so it'll make them smaller, but I'll save paper that way. So that's actually quite cool. I don't recommend 4 pages per sheet unless you're printing on A3. Yes, 16 pages per sheet. Go ahead and try that and show me what it looks like, because I want to know. That is so cool. All right, and then of course you got your page setup options here. All right, let's see if we have any more settings that we need to cover here. Okay, so I just changed to my inkjet printer just to show you a couple of further options. If you are connected to a printer, you'll have the printer properties here, and sometimes you'll be asked to print, but maybe you want to save ink. Okay, so you want to print like in economy mode or econo mode, as a lot of printers call them. So I'm going to click on printer properties, and here you can actually see I have a few options here. I've got common settings, standard document, business document, paper saving document. That's pretty cool. And you can set the print quality standard, high, draft. Draft will use very little ink, so it's more like you just want to print something just to see what it's going to look like when you do a proper print. Okay, although I don't know why you can't just look on the screen, but hey, I ain't going to judge you. Okay, so there you go. Just so that you know, so when you do have a printer selected, if you go to printer properties underneath, you can then change your printing options in terms of the actual printer, the ink that you're using, the amount of ink, the quality, and all of that. All right, but in a nutshell, that is all the printing options that you have. If you wanted to, I just want to add this in here, guys. If you want to now print this, but not actually physically print it, okay, like as a hard copy, but you want a soft copy print, convert it to a PDF. This is so cool. Microsoft Print to PDF. You should find that on most Microsoft Office and Windows 10 applications. You can print to PDF right away, and that is nice. Okay, that'll print the document, obviously not on a physical piece of paper. It'll print it as a PDF document. So this is great. If you have an assignment for class, for one of your teachers, you just hit the print to PDF. It's a PDF document. You can then send it straight to your teacher as a PDF document instead of printing it out and stapling it and binding it and all the other stuff you got to do for your teacher and then giving it to them. Print to PDF.